I'm joined by Ben Karenko, Direct Communications Manager at Freesat. So Ben, look at the report, we can see that the number one challenge holding marketers back from delivering better customer experiences seems to be the customer insights. Why do you think that is?
I think why customer insights is such a challenge for companies is they have probably either a set of data which doesn't quite tell the full story, or they've got many sets of data that don't tell the story. And so the challenge is trying to get those data pools to marry up. It's possible to sort of understand your customer without personalization and targeting and predicting intent, but it's like trying to bake a really complicated cake. You might have all of the ingredients, but you don't do it in the right way. If you don't do it in the right way, or measure to the right amounts, or do the method in the right order, it could all end up going horribly wrong, or worse, it could actually make someone sick. So understanding your customers is truly the icing on that cake. And everyone can predict intent when it comes to eating a yummy piece of cake. At Freesat, we're really honing in on this strategy now, having implemented DMP tracking and segmentation, and releasing, value rewards back to customers for engaging with us with targeted emails, like film, targeted emails, and we're really trying to bring more entertainment choices to the world, and we also have more ambitions to find and link up new sources of data so we can just build that, better customer picture.
That totally makes sense. And one of the statistics that I found particularly insightful was that over 55% of senior decision makers are wanting to focus more on customer insights and analytics. But this topic of analytics, customer insights, is not a new thing. It existed over 10, 15 years. Why do you think marketers are focusing on this now?
Yeah, sure. Look, I think, and we can all agree, working in the fields that we do, big data has been such a buzzword for so many years, and companies scrambled to grab as much data as they could without truly maybe understanding why they were doing it. And now with GDPR, and cookie policies and all of that, it's adding that extra layer of complication and difficulty. It does seem like, the majority of us are past that stage of land grabbing or and that kind of thing. And they're now having, companies are having to invest in platforms and employ experts to figure out what to do with the data. So being the tele experts, Freesat has always been customer focused. And now we're lining up that, editorial expertise with customer behavior analytics and really starting to see higher engagement and the commercial benefits associated with that. An example of this is, just last week, we implemented conversion tracking for the first time on the email channel. And in the first week alone, yes, we had some big things going, so campaigns and competitions and upgrade strategies. But in the first week of tracking, we had, £11,000 worth of attributed revenue to the email channel, which in the 12 years of Freesat, we've never, ever had. But it has to be also about overall planning. So if this isn't linked to your overall marketing strategy, you won't know its real potential or place in the mix, and therefore you won't, know what to analyze.
Yeah, and which means that you can't improve it as well. That makes sense. And you've touched on a couple of platforms there. And also one of the interesting statistics that came out of this report is that when we asked, or when Forrester asked, what were the top improvements that delivered the most success for marketers out of all the possible things you could do? And it was the customer analytics, market automation, data management were the top things delivered the most value. What about Freesat? So what improvements have delivered the most success for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I would say that investing both financially and with human resource in Acquire, Maps DMP, has seen a quantum leap in terms of having that central understanding of customers. Because as I mentioned before, we've got different pools. So we've got TV viewing data, we have got the marketing database, we've got information from Barb, which is, external information, then we've got our Google Analytics, right? So, you know, we've been able to use, you know, the DMP to centralize a lot of that. There's still a long way to go, but we're at that starting point where it's really, really exciting. You know, there used to be a few aspects about our customers that we just didn't know, and I won't go into the details because they're a little bit embarrassing. But now, thanks to this platform, you know, it's user friendly, and we've got great account managers. You know, we've been able to align those pools and really get that benefits. It's. I mean, I'm so excited just to be part of it. You know, it's resulted in marked commercial and engagement benefits from things like click behavior tracking, retargeting, you know, conversion pixels, abandoned basket, automation, dedicated genre emails, like I said before. You know, the list goes on really, and we're not going to stop there either. You know, we've got big ambitions. You know, we're continuously evolving the service to ensure users receive the best possible subscription-free TV experience. And this 100% includes the direct comms and email offering, you know, where we're aiming to implement, you know, propensity modeling and dynamic and interactive content based on known customer preferences. And, you know, that's coming in the near future. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see your perspective from, because obviously when you look at the report, you start making your own conclusions. But I think hearing from you as a senior marketer in the space, I think it really brings it together. So I really appreciate your time, Ben, and all the best the next 12 months.